There we go, lots of bosses. Just what we wanted. They took apart my fence pretty quick. One of them's down already. That was a lot faster than I thought. I'm just gonna kind of mind my own business in the middle, trying not to die. First things first today, I want my Obliterator back. There's too many things in my way all over the map, and these lighthouses, they've got to go somewhere else. Plus, I need like 80% more of those. Step number 1, replacing a factory that the boss destroyed last game because he decided to spawn right in the middle of everything. Step number 2, I need cosmic steel. I need 15 more of them. And currently, I have the resources to make 2 of them. So that's actually a better start than I thought. This is still going to take a really long time, but that's why I'm starting early today. And right now, since I'm mostly just waiting for that rare merchant to spawn every night, I'm going to work on upgrading my other stuff, whatever I can, whenever I can. Still waiting on void roses for the shovel. A cosmic pickaxe sounds cool, but I'm not going to sacrifice the steel yet. Lighthouses come first always. Need void steel and the kraken's eye. I've got 3 of those. I believe those are from defeating bosses. The amulet would be fun, 175% more resources. I'm honestly predicting the next several hours of gameplay is going to be me waiting for the game to turn in tonight so I can see if the merchant showed up. That's literally all I'm doing. Wait, he's here. I can see the purple arrow. They definitely extended the range of that. I had no idea he was up here. Before I had to be like half an island away. That had him almost across the map. There's 5 void steels, 2 of the stars, and 1 great skull, which is a complete waste of his time. I will straight up give you 10.5 million gold if you want to come back every day. Since he's here, let's see how far away we can tell he's here from. That purple arrow looks like it extends pretty much all the way across the map, so at least we know now if he's here or not. Yep, all the way across the map. Should probably also take the time to replace the power plants that the boss also destroyed. Managed to get all my most expensive buildings. That's not a big deal though. I've got big plans for those bosses coming up. Half price buildings, so I'm going to replace the 1 power plant I have with a new one for half the price, and we should have enough for all 4 of them. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Good enough. Is there anything new in the portals? So far, it's not really looking like it. I'll just mine some voidstone and be on my way. The one thing I was able to make so far is a tycoon backpack, mostly because it didn't need any of the new materials. This evening, he's selling 2 spirit orbs, which is mildly helpful, and 4 more void still. I'll take those, and 3 more void portals, so why not? One of the comments I kept getting was, what happens if you use a void portal inside a void portal? Well, you can't do it. It was a good theory though. Now I've got to waste 2 minutes in here again. Still not the worst idea I've ever got from the comment section. Every spirit orb I get from here on is increasing damage. I don't think there's an upper limit to that, and I really hope there's not. That way we can make such ridiculous damage that everything dies very fast. I managed to make my first ever star fall within the lighthouses, and it also took out a bunch of ore on the way down, so that was kind of fun. Hopefully that gives you a bunch of extra. There's 205 total star fragments. I think it just gave me 60. Lighthouses seem to have an effect on those, which is great. I think a really great experiment today would be what we can do with the ballistas. Since they're made out of pretty basic ingredients that I can get a ton of, we might as well work with these for now because the other ingredients take so long to get. All we need is obsidian, wood, and brick. I've got lots of brick, lots of wood. Obsidian's easy, so I can make a whole bunch of ballistas somewhere. Look at him actually selling some void roses today. Obsidian's not that useful. Or legendary gems, yes please. That's actually pretty big progress. And by big, I mean I can make another 2 cosmic steels. Now I'm thinking I want the ballistas to have maximum room, so I'm probably going to put them right about here. I can fill the entire screen with them, probably a little bit more. It's going to depend on the spacing of them. And they can also kill these annoying ghosts continuously because they annoy me. How close together can you put them? You can actually have them really tightly spaced. You can walk horizontally through them, but not vertically, so that's going to be a consideration of mine. So as soon as I can once again find half price building, we're going to go to work on those, and I already got it. So starting say right on the edge of the snow biome, I'll do a complete row all the way down, maybe leaving a gap right there because I accidentally misclicked anyway. That's perfect. Now I've got a route. At half price, I had enough materials for 2 rows of them. There's 11 per row, so we have 22 ballistas already. Why is there a ghost in the way? I didn't even see this guy. So there's obviously a few NPCs we're gonna have to work around, but we'll make it work anyway. That's not gonna be the end of the world. I'll still get a lot of these down. And we're already up to 144 obsidian per catapult, which is one of the reasons I need the Obliterator, so I can move the lighthouses down to where the obsidian actually spawns and get a decent amount. For now, I'll just mine it manually, but it's gonna be a slow process. Now that half price building is run out, I could destroy these all and rebuild them at half price. I'm just not really sure if it's going to be faster than mining obsidian. I guess it probably is. Again, it would be a lot faster if I had the damn Obliterator. After all that, destroying all the ballistas and replacing them at half price, I got an extra 1. And that was even after mining a whole bunch of obsidian. Guess I'll just go back to the good old waiting game. Okay, now I get it. The price of ballistas has gone up a little bit. Each one costs 1.31 thousand brick and 5.27 thousand wood, which is such an amazing number that the game crashed. So much for those being so simple and easy to build. I do have a few scattered around the world I could take down to put up over here. I just need to decide which direction I want to go. And whatever direction that might be, I need my Obliterator so I can move the lighthouses and actually get ridiculous amounts of materials. We're getting so close now, 14 out of 20. Should only be another 6 hours. Better make that 8 if he continues to give me garbage. In the meantime, I'm gonna land 6 stars just to try and keep myself entertained. Wonder if they can hit the lighthouses. I never thought about that. They do destroy stuff when they land, which is pretty interesting. And they might also obliterate themselves on contact with the ground. I landed 6 and I only have 1 left. Never mind, they're just hiding all over the map. While I'm waiting for yet another night to fall, I'm going to finish this place because this gives me the skeleton summoning rod, which should combine nicely with my ballistas. I can just endlessly spawn skeletons and watch them die by the billions. Was this the end? I don't even remember. I got the rod, that's all I was really after. But since I really don't want to have to walk out of here, I'm going to find my way to the end and it should teleport me out once I'm done. This should be a decent display of strength. These skeletons are the big ones, normally pretty hard to kill. I don't know, 6 hits, 7 hits, they're dead. They don't really do much damage to me. Shows how much stronger the bosses are. Oh right, you get the skull seal once you're done, then it teleports you out. I can use this to replace the heart I lost making a poor decision. I also need to keep my eye out for sphinxes and skeleton fish, because more skeletons are always better. Alright, let's see how this works compared to my ballistas. Skeletons? Yep, that seems to take care of them awfully quick. Too bad it's so slow to fire again. Waiting, and kapow. Interesting. Since I actually managed to find a few of the void roses at the merchant, we can actually upgrade our shovel, which should help us find rare items, which I don't know. We'll see what happens. If the shovel could help me find void stuff, that would be great. Digging always yields rare items. I'm not sure what constitutes as rare items, but that's the best shovel we can have. I could make the cosmic pickaxe, but I don't want to waste my cosmic steel just yet. I need an obliterator first. Alright, new shovel. What can we find? Plastic at least. Not a lot of it. The lighthouse doesn't seem to have as much of an effect on ground stuff anymore. Or it seems inconsistent at least. I can't really figure it out. But I can still find plastic, that's what matters. I was hoping to find some of the void stuff, but it doesn't look like that's going to be an option. But even just finding one plastic at a time is hugely faster than making it. This one cosmic steel that's finally being created is the final one I need for my obliterator. Then I can actually start rolling with more interesting stuff again. Finally gonna have my beloved obliterator. And that didn't take long at all. It's definitely a lot harder to get now than it used to be. And I can actually almost make the void sword. All I need is 2 more void steel and I'm pretty sure I can make those pretty easy. Yeah, I've got more than enough crap left over from all my wandering while I was waiting for the obliterator. And there it is. For attack damage, chance to shoot fireballs when attacking. It's also very purple. And the cosmic sword is going to be the hardest one ever to build. 15 cosmic steel, 15 legendary gems. That's going to take forever. But let's see how well this one works. We'll take one of the skeletons. Yeah, it's one-shotting the skeletons, but that's not a surprise. I've also been upgrading my damage every chance I get with the orbs. How about the ghosts? 2 hits? How about these guys? They're a little bit tougher these days. Okay, my thing's mostly just blowing them up before I can touch them very much. 1 hit? Looks like 1 hit actually for these. Yep, 1 hit. And that was before I added 4 orbs of damage to myself. Alright, for my new lighthouse setup, I'm actually going to do it right here on the edge of the skeleton biome. That way I can have the effect in the red biome, the green biome, and the skeleton biome. That way I can have just a little bit of everything. So happy to finally be able to move all this stuff to a proper spot. And before I start building anything else, let's buy the rest of the islands that I haven't managed to buy yet. That's the last one I needed. And yes, I am building these at half price. I was hoping to not have to destroy too many non-normal things, but since I'm already done this puzzle, they can go. The days go by so much faster when you're placing lighthouses. The merchant's already back. It felt like he was just here. Definitely need to remember to always check on him because he's going to have lots of stuff I still need. I've just realized how expensive it is to rebuild shrines. This one's taking 574 steel, 2.85 thousand brick, and a whole bunch of star shards, so I really need to be careful about how often I rebuild these. And good news, the monsters down here are going to attack my lighthouses. That was something I kind of forgot about. And I've got so many items now in my hotbar that I can't even see the whole thing, so I'm gonna have to make a vault to store a bunch of crap. Unfortunately, it seems I can no longer get sand from the lighthouses, so I need to find a new way to get a lot of sand. Because sand turns into glass, and glass turns into lighthouses. I've already used up my entire stock. I've got a lot of lighthouses down, but I could get probably twice as many. Thanks to some very lucky gambling, I have everything I need for the death rod now, which means unlimited skeletons. Or at least faster skeletons for now. I think it spawns 5 of them at a time. At which point the ballistas take care of them very quickly. Still need 1 more piece for the infinite charge, but it's still pretty amusing nonetheless. I've let things run for about half an hour in the hopes that something would be gathering me sand the entire time. Was my theory correct? It looks like it was not. So now that I have the Obliterator, I've got no really great way of getting a lot of sand in a hurry, which is kind of concerning. I think fish traps can sometimes get sand though, so we'll see if that works. Also just added the perk that makes it catch things 50% faster. Maybe I can even see what this fishing rod thinks about while I wait. Use it to fish for treasure. Wonder what kind of treasure I can get. No upgrades for it. So, great. Speaking of fish traps, what did this one find me? A whole bunch of seaweed. Only 6 though. So I'm not really optimistic it's going to be able to find me a lot of sand either. I did find some sand fishing, but not a lot. I have 453 total, which will turn into a little bit of glass, but really not enough to get me any further with my lighthouses yet. Although we can produce it at a pretty good rate. So for now, I'm just going to leave 2 droids over the fish traps that'll hopefully find me sand over time. I do have the resources for another few ballistas, so I'm going to build some of those. One there, one there, one there. One there, which gives us 27 in total, which makes me wonder what would happen if we spawned a boss in front of 27 ballistas. Would it kill it quickly? Would it kill it slowly? Would the boss kill the ballistas? This is definitely the kind of question we absolutely need answered. I'm going to make this one because it doesn't use a lot of rare ingredients. Scott chat, I'm going to make 2 of them to see if I can summon 2 at once. Or 3 of them. I'm thinking for this boss fight we might zoom it out a little bit because the bosses tend to be big and jump around. This will give us a little bit better of a visual. I'm going to start with just one of the bosses because I just want to see what the ballista's effect on a single boss is going to be. So far they're taking about 1/5 of his damage, 1/5 of his health per hit. Okay, that worked really good. Those actually do a lot more damage than I thought, and it gives me 4 spirit orbs every single time I defeat him, so I'm going to get a lot of damage going with these. Now a very important question, can we spawn more than one of them at one time? Oh, we can! I didn't expect that to work. Great, this should be interesting. Slime King, we've got 2 of them, plus all the little slimes as well. I'm going to let the ballistas do all the work because it was a lot of work making them all. They kind of pay for themselves this way. Easy. Maybe I should try some of the other bosses too. By the time I'm done with this, I'm going to be able to do a lot of damage. It just wouldn't be right if we didn't at least try a few of the other bosses. We'll make one of the Skeleton Kings and then one of the beats, see how that handles, and then we'll probably spawn a whole bunch of something. The beat sigil is pretty expensive because it takes 2 cosmic steel, but that's totally worth it. I want to see that thing die again. And before it gets too dark, let's summon our skeleton friend to see how he does against the ballistas. He's definitely tougher. He's losing maybe 1/10 of his health per ballista, and he's still doing a lot of damage to me, and he's smart enough to get away from them all. Come back, I'm over here. Yep, there we go. He's coming in soon. He actually does a lot of damage. I'm not sure why I didn't notice that before. He just can't resist me though. He tried to get away, but as long as I'm standing down here, he has to come back, and at which point he will die. And my merchant showed up. That's convenient. And is he dead yet? Come on, you gotta get closer to him. A lot tougher than the other thing. Dead. That's 2 bosses down. What is that? Why is there a flaming skull head? Must have popped out of the boss. 2 bosses down and I didn't even have to swing my tools once. I'm going to absorb another 20 of these. Not sure what that's going to do for my damage, but it's going to increase it by quite a lot. Maybe I should make a set of walls that way the bosses can't get too far away. I'm going to try that. Some simple fences should work. I don't even actually have a lot of wood, but I should have enough to get this done. I'll go harvest some more wood real quick while I wait. Let's say we don't want them getting any further away than this. That way it's nice and close quarters combat. And that's bad for them because then they'll get the full depth of the ballistas. I think that's pretty good. We're going to unleash the beat, the hardest boss in the game, and see how it fares against 28 ballistas now? I can't remember how many there are. He's taking lots of damage and not doing much to me. Doesn't really know what to do. Oh, he breaks my fence anyway. I worked hard on that. Man, that's fine. I can rebuild it if need be. Oh, he's going to get in there and destroy the ballistas. Hopefully not too bad actually because those are really expensive. Now I can't see his health. Interesting. Nope, he's dead. That was quick. He got 2 of the ballistas, but they took care of him really easy. And since they destroyed the ballista, they're more expensive to build back. I guess I don't get my resources back when it destroys things now. So to make the slime sigil, I need a lot of jelly. 500 just to make 1. I don't really like that option, so I might actually have to use the skull sigil because it's actually going to be a lot easier for me to get this stuff than the slimes right now. Because void steel I can make a lot of. Skeletons I can spawn a ton of near my lighthouses to get a bunch of bones. So we're going to go like that without giving it any further thought. Now for the skeletons, hopefully these still get spawned with lots of bones. So I kill them. Yeah, looks like they're dropping lots and lots. So we'll do the Skeleton King as a boss. You'll probably also consider finishing the quest for this old guy who's somewhere down by this tower. That way I can have infinite charges in my staff and I can really do the skeletons fast. And now he actually wants my very expensive metal to be able to finish his quest. Well, as it turns out my furnace is finished, so I guess you can have them all. But I think that was worth it. Even so, if only I can just do this. Skeleton Massacre again and again and again. If there was lighthouses around, we'd have billions of bones. Well, this is kind of interesting in itself. I didn't realize I'd be able to spawn so many without the game dying. What if they fix the optimization? Oh, this is going to destroy my fences, aren't they? I think I need to destroy them. Need to make a few skeleton explosions before they kill my fence. Right, lesson learned. Lots of skeletons cause lots of damage. And I'm gonna get started building these. I don't have a lot of void steel right now, but we'll just get that as it comes. It's slow to build. And we just need a little bit of bone, so we'll maybe not get too carried away, because they can also destroy my lighthouses. Taking those, and how much bone do we have now? 10,000, that should be more than enough. But that's not going to stop me from doing this, just because it's a lot of fun. So what do we think? Are 20 skeleton kings going to be enough to defeat me and my ballista army? The great battle begins at daylight. And I've just realized I can turn the item notification off so I no longer have to see all that crap in the right side of my screen. I think it's time. It's going to be hard even to spawn these all without them killing me or destroying anything, but we'll do our best. So quick. There we go, lots of bosses. Just what we wanted. They took apart my fence pretty quick. One of them's down already. That was a lot faster than I thought. I'm just gonna kind of mind my own business in the middle, trying not to die. I don't have a lot of healing left, so if any more than 3 of these hit me at the same time, I'm pretty boned. Well, so far so good. It's about what I expected. Luckily they went upwards and not into my base. The flaming skulls they drop when they die is pretty interesting. I honestly don't know if these are just gonna overrun my base and kill everything, or if the ballistas are eventually gonna take them down. There's a lot of stuff going on. Still 59 frames per second though, that's pretty impressive. Ooh, the ballistas are starting to be destroyed and the skeletons are getting away. That's okay, as long as I'm close to these, I'm sure they'll all die eventually. They seem about as interested in those as they do in me. The best part is, I've still got so many ballistas, I don't have to do anything. I can just sit here and watch everything die. You know, I thought this would slow the game down a lot more. I would have done like 100 skeletons had I known this was going to be fine. That would have taken a while, but it would have been worth it. But we'll see that in a future video, I'm sure. Oh, here's all the ones getting down to destroy my entire base. I'm going to have to step in here just a little bit and kind of get them under control, because this is going to be ugly. I did all those damage upgrades and it still takes a long time to kill anything. Oh, it's when the chests drop that stuff gets destroyed too. I didn't know that. Okay, well I gotta stop killing guys in my base then, because he's just going to destroy absolutely everything. Oh, the skeletons are multiplying. Down to 42 frames per second. Where did all these come from? I guess they spawn skeletons as they go. And since there was 20 of them originally, that multiplied really quick. Gonna have so many orbs after this, so think of all the damage I'm gonna get. Not actually sure if I'm gonna be able to defeat all these. It's hard to even find the kings amongst them all. I'm onto one now, but that's just one. I've seen 4 or 5 confirmed deaths so far, but there's still a lot out here. Slowly starting to get things under wraps. I don't even want to go look at my base right now. I'm pretty sure as long as I'm not near it, they won't really touch it that much. So I'm just going to leave them all kind of up in this area where they're easy to deal with and not breaking all my hard-earned stuff. If they want to get closer to my ballistas, that's fine. They'll just kill them. I was also curious to see if the Obliterator would one-shot the bosses. Doesn't look like it. I think it hurts it, but it doesn't obliterate it. Got the land though. Slowly but surely, all thin them out. I keep getting big pockets up in the corner, because once they spawn, they run in all directions and they get trapped in the corner. Every time I come up here, there's a whole bunch more to deal with. I know there's got to still be a few kings left out here somewhere. I just have no idea where they got to. Probably running low on the numbers now, though. I've been doing a pretty good job at cleaning them up. Well, they definitely got a long ways into my base. I didn't think they would unless I was here, but that's okay. I don't think too much damage was done. There is one king right in the middle. I'm gonna have to try and take care of this, otherwise he's gonna destroy everything. Of course, right in my power plants, my most expensive items. Wonder if I can lure him away. Can you come down here, please, so you don't have to break those in particular? Oh, whatever, I'm just gonna kill him. Because if I didn't do that anyway, I'm sure he'd just go destroy something else equally as important elsewhere that I didn't even think of. Not the lighthouses, I need those. No, you guys get away from those. You can break anything else, but not the lighthouses. If anyone sees any more kings, do let me know. Wait, I got one over here on the left. They spread out so far, I thought they'd stay in their fence and not really do anything. Boy, was I wrong. And every time I move into a new area of the map, it's absolutely full of skeletons still. There's gotta still be a few kings out there that I'm not seeing. This one's barely lost any damage. He'd been avoiding me the whole time. And the ballistas. At least I am doing so much damage now that when I hit any of the other skeletons, they explode very quickly and damage a bunch of the ones around them. That one might have been the last king that's existing. Unless there's still one at the top of the map. I won't be able to see them because they're way out of frame. I'm assuming there's not any up there, but then again, there's still an awful lot of skeletons for there to be no kings left, isn't there? I think we're running out of skeletons. I keep saying that and then I keep finding more. Like, where did this one even come from? Are they spawning kings now? And another one down. Look at all the orbs I'm gonna have. Gonna be ridiculous damage. Okay, that might have actually been the last king, because there was the last little bastion of skeletons up there. Took care of them and their king, though there's some more down here. I doubt a king would have wandered that far down. No, those are just some stragglers. Alright, well that was a lot of fun. That's what happens when you build a bunch of ballistas and then summon 20 bosses to fight them all. We can do this one a lot bigger.